Here is the timeline if you wish to skip to a certain part of the video. We will be starting off with Flame Punch and Firecast. Flame Punch is a punch attack that does a massive 40 damage and has a good amount of knockback. Flame Punch will now do 30 damage instead, due to the latest update. The person you hit with Flame Punch will gain a pretty massive escape boost. For this reason, you should pay attention to their health after you hit them to determine whether or not you can kill them in time or if they'll escape. And now moving on to Flamecast. Flamecast lets you cast fire wherever you are looking. This fire will linger for a small amount of time and deal damage to anyone who decides to touch it. You'll want to use this ability when there's a large group of people to make them spread out. This ability has a very fast recharge and can be used at half charge, so you want to be using it as often as you can for free damage. Because the fire lingers wherever you cast it, you can use it kind of like a trap. As you can see, I placed it in the doorway, and these people are forced to run through it and take damage. The counter to both Flame Punch and Firecast is just to try to stay away from it when you see it. And now, on to Flametrap. Flametrap has a dull red glow, so after you place it, you want to turn on any lights around it to kind of hide it. Flametrap will only explode when a human goes near it. After you place it down, it will be inactive for a few seconds. Because of this, you don't want to use it in a fight unless you can keep people away from it until it is active. Instead, it is usually better to hide it around corners and try to bait people into it. When Flametrap explodes, the fire does a lot of damage and covers quite a large area. It is always a good idea to use Flametrap to protect the gun. And like with other trap abilities, you can also hide it in bodies to catch people off guard. As a vampire, you can force it to go off by carrying someone over to it. The counter to Flametrap is to destroy it before it is active. You can do this with melee or by shooting it. I do not really recommend trying melee as it is a huge risk. If the trap is already active, you'll want to shoot it with a projectile. One last thing with Flametrap, when you place it down there is a little icon that you can see through walls. If it is not there, you know it has either been activated or destroyed. And now, moving on to Firewall. So Firewall is mainly used to block doorways, and it damages anyone who decides to touch it for whatever reason. It is good at splitting groups up or blocking off a potential escape route. You could try to use it to trap someone in a corner, but this is unreliable. When you are in a fight, the best time to cast Firewall is when the gun holder is reloaded, or when you know they only have a couple bullets left. Otherwise, you're just giving them a good opportunity to deal damage to you since you have to stand still while casting it. The counter is to simply run through it as it is starting up, or to avoid it completely. One thing to bear in mind when using this, the Firewall does not stop bullets. And now, time for the full round. Like always, the very first thing I do at the start of the round is try to find food. After this guy gets away, I untransform because no one saw me. This lets me get 2 sneak attacks at the beginning of the round. At this point, I probably could have gone for a third if I really wanted, but I just wanted to start the round and start fighting. I use a bit of my Firecast just to get a bit of damage on that person. And now at this point, people know it's me because people are starting to call it out in chat. As I'm running, I see a small group of people, so I opt to use a bit more Firecast just for more damage. After this Flame Punch, I don't go for the grab because it'll have a very large escape boost. Instead, I opt to fight the group. I spread out my Firecast just to kind of keep people split up. I then use the windows to my advantage to deal more damage to the person I am holding. For whatever reason, the pepper spray made me spin like crazy, and this made someone miss their taser. This may have been because I grabbed them at the same time, or because I crawled, but I don't really know, and it worked out. Always make sure you try to block gunfire with the person you are holding. Even though I'm getting shot, I want to get rid of the garlic so I don't have to deal with it later. Since I am constantly being peppered with gunfire, I decided to go up there and try to flame punch the gun holder. As soon as he drops the smoke, I just decide to leave because I don't want to deal with it. I also do not cancel my flame punch because I do not want it to go on cooldown. And just like before, after I use my flame punch, I swap targets, otherwise that person will have a huge escape boost. Since everyone is grouped up, now is another great time to use Firecast and get some more free damage. Since the gun holder went out the doors, I take the window as an alternate path to catch him off guard. As I am stuck spinning, I know there is cover near me, so I maneuver myself over to it. And once again, I don't follow the gun holder directly, so I don't eat a ton of gunfire. I use my Firecast for just a bit more long-range damage. And then I use my Flame Punch. And this time I do grab immediately because this guy is by himself and has no one else to help him. So even if he did end up getting away, I could easily just follow him. And once again, Firecast for some free long-range damage. And now it's time to look for the last two people. Since this person's just hiding under a car, I can just cook him for free with Firecast. And now I can just quickly end the round with a flame punch into a grab. And that is Wildfire Mastery done. Thank you for watching.